Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to Death Note. It is episode 19 and as always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses dot pods with real dots and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode. So, see you soon. To those that came back, welcome back. Now, Matsuda, you idiot. I mean, seriously. Oh my. I like it. I like the fact that they focus around a single character, who is not a major player so far, right? And yes, that could have gone way worse for him than it did, although that was already very, very risky. I can see his reasons. I mean, from what we've seen so far, how he was treated, yeah, it's a little bit unfair, especially the comment like "get me a coffee" and stuff like that. But then the question is in the room, maybe just maybe it is because he is not good enough for the job. I don't know, man. I really don't know. He was able to get out of it, and in my opinion, he showed a lot of potential there. He showed that he is witty and fast, and he is able and willing to do quite a lot. I mean, when he got caught, he instantly switched into the "I am the manager of Misa" mode, and that saved him, at least temporarily. And he played that role efficient enough, it was clever enough, it did work out. But he did not think about that beforehand. So he has some points on his side that work for him, but clearly being part of a team, jumping in like that, risking everyone there, he could have blown the whole operation. Because just saying they have someone who's able to torture you in at least a little bit of fashion, he may have talked and he may have sung and told everything. And that would have been the end, possibly, for the investigation. Or at least would have thrown them back a lot. But yeah, the fact that he made a mistake there, that he acted kind of stupid, and without preparations, without really a thought, just running into the building, I think this episode showed that already. If you would have at least had some planning, some, I don't know, like the blueprints of the building, how to get in there, how is it guarded, anything like that. Or just put in some microphones in the building. I don't know, man. But yeah, jumping in yourself. Yeah, well, we have seen how it ended, so not clever at all. He, however, was able to hear something. Yes, you could, from what he heard, you could say, okay, they're talking about killing, they're talking about Kira, so it is likely that he was right, and they are all right that it is the new Kira now, the Yotsuba group. But the only proof is his own opinion, his own voice there, right? So, how much does this help? But then we have other things. So, the top 3 detectives in the world are all L. That was pretty clever. I mean, it kind of makes sense if that you may not always want to work in the same name, and maybe vice versa, try different stuff. Maybe those detectives have a different style or a different group of people they're working for and with. So if you really just want to do every kind of work, it may be useful to put up multiple faces. So you have a face for criminal organizations, you have a face for the officials like the police, so here L. And you have a face for, let's say, companies who pay you for detective work, so that they all come to you in the end and you may benefit from all of it. But it is a risky game because if anyone finds out, then you are lost for all of them. They will all not work with you anymore. However, the Yotsuba group requested that Coil, Evaldo, something like that, Coil investigates on L and finds out who L is. So that makes it pretty obvious that there is a really high chance they are Kira now. Because why would anyone else do it, right? At least a company. It's not their business. and using the conman in the end to act as though he is Coil. And the name is kind of, I mean, it sounds a bit European, right? I don't know, maybe Spanish, Italian, I'm not sure there. But he is a conman, so he can play the part for sure. That's a clever way of getting him in, because it's not him reaching out to them or wanting to work for them, which is always a bit of suspicion, especially if you're in a position like this group. Everyone that comes in new, you will have a suspicious eye on, because you think maybe they're trying to trick us, to investigate on us, stuff like that. But they requested contact from Mr. Coyle, so him reaching back is, yeah, there is not that much suspicion then. And the fact that he's asking a lot of questions and stuff like that is normal, because he is a detective now. Additionally, he can give them already informations. So he can play the part perfectly, because L can give him the information he needs. Not all of them, just some minor stuff. And this is where it gets interesting. So let's say the conman will or want to stay for a while inside of the group, because they need more information. So he will have to bring a bit of information about L from time to time. And there's a good chance those informations might be true. And Light is around and will hear these informations possibly about L. So there's a good chance we learn more about L. And by us learning, Light is learning as well. And somewhere in the future, possibly Kira will be learning. Because, I mean, it's clear that Light will become Kira again. Will be the bad guy again. So that's an interesting idea of doing it. I really like that. Then we had Misa in the fray this time in the mix. Surprisingly good and efficient. I mean, what we've seen in the past from Misa, she made some mistakes, right? And she is kind of, I don't know, innocent? Weirdly innocent. But in this case, she worked perfectly. She did what she was told. And that's how they got Matsuda out, although he had to die for it, right? That there's a good chance that this could have gone worse. And by the way, putting out a mattress to catch someone falling from 1 or 2 stores up is very unlikely to help. I'm sorry, I really doubt that. I really doubt that if you're falling down like that, a mattress put in your way makes you slide inside, because it is just that, a mattress. There's no metal beneath or stuff that will really stop the fall. So it was a bit, yeah, well, okay, it was just a wide shot, lucky one, right? But okay, I see what they did. And they put the con artist down there and some fake blood, and instantly, by the way too fast, a medical service arrived. So those are the things. This would not have worked with Kira or with L, and quite possibly not with some high level intelligence guys who are very, very suspicious. But it worked for this group because they were kind of panicked there, right? And it worked in their favor, because he's dead, we don't have to solve it. However, there were many small inklings that I think should have made them, or could have made them, suspicious if they would have been more careful about it. So the fact that Misa does not really react emotional, it just her manager died, right? And she's like, we will handle that, better go away. Oh, and consider me as your face? Seriously, someone died just in front of you. Someone who you seem to have kind of liked, at least, right? He was your manager. So that's a weird reaction. Really a weird reaction. And then the ambulance arriving more neither instantly, just a minute or 2 afterwards. I mean, there was a time skip, I get it, but there was a bit much. In the papers it says he died, okay, that's fine. Let's just say it worked for now. I'm not sure if they will keep it that way. It might be. or if they will investigate later on again because they are like, something's weird. However, Matsuda cannot show his face at least in the public of them anymore. So he better watches out and stays inside it a bit more. All in all, nice episode. Not the cleverest of of action from Matsuda. Seriously not. I think he will hear a lot about that. We can just hope that he at least learns something from that and maybe he gets a little bit more of attention from the others. Well, there was some information about the Death Note in this episode written down. If someone steals the Death Note and the original owner dies while it is stolen, it belongs to the new one. So that's an interesting thing. So you could try that. It could happen coincidentally. We will see if it will be somewhere in the future. I think that's it from me this time. I liked it. It was a good episode, a bit like a fill-in, but you know the speed slowed down a little bit over the last episodes, and I think I like that. It gives us the chance to learn a little bit more about the characters, this time about Matsuda, and we will see where all of this is heading to. That's it from me this time. Until the next time, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.